don't call them just Wabtec. They are GE Wabtec.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And we need to remember this. This is a financial wizardry, a little mumbo jumbo, a little look behind the, look in the cup and switch it around a little bit. That's really what this is about. This is all about corporate greed. This is about a company trying to get concessions from a local it has not been able to get concessions for 20 years. Right. We're not going to start now just because their name is GE Wabtec instead of GE. Doesn't change how our members feel about the things we've been talking about. The other thing, the company wants 20% temps. Which means out of 2,000 people, 400 people would be in there. No union, no benefits, lousy pay. People working side by side with two gigantic different rates of pay. That ain't happening, not with our members of 506 and 618. One other thing people should know. Where's Antoine? Antoine, where are you? So, the brothers from 610, their contract expires May 1st.
Yes.
Their contract at 610 expires May 1st. I was just going to mention something. Their contract expires May 1st. They don't have mandatory overtime in their contract.
That's right.
So what do you think is going to happen with the members of 610 if the workers of 506 and 618 were to say, oh, okay, not a big deal. It is a big deal. Some people think shit goes downhill, shit goes uphill. In this case, 506 and 618 ain't going to agree with it. Not only to protect our own members, because we know what happens. Once you start that snowball running down the mountain, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And if the company can roll over 1,700 people, what do you think is going to happen to 200? We're not going to allow that to happen. No. Are we going to allow that to happen? No. What do we say? No. You're damn right you say no. It ain't going to happen. Finally, I've been doing this work, as a lot of us have, who have a little bit grayer or no hair. We remember the days of Ronald Reagan. We remember when he came into office and he busted the air traffic controllers union, 14,000 sisters and brothers. And the propaganda in the media that we were all fed was it was over pay. This was not a strike over pay, although they convinced us it was. It was a strike over work hours. It was one of the few countries in the world that let their air traffic controllers work more than 35 or 40 hours a week. That was always what that strike was about. The labor movement let that happen. We have to be clear about this. It was not, what do we expect from the bosses? We should expect nothing less from the bosses for them to go after us and to try to steal our pay and our families. This is what but we need to stand shoulder to shoulder. We have to put those days behind us. We have to declare that there is a new day in front of us. A day where working people actually get some justice. Where working people are actually able to get a decent pay and not have to apologize for it. And where people get free health insurance, where we don't have to worry about how we're going to bargain at the table and how much pay it's going to take out of our kids' mouths. We have to be clear on these things. Our union has known Bernie Sanders for 40 years. From Southern Vermont, we are one of the largest unions in Vermont. Bernie walked picket lines with us at J&L, at Brian Grinder, at White Metal in Springfield, Vermont, up in St. Albans and Fairbanks Scales, up in St. Johnsbury at Fairbanks Scales. He's walked the picket line. The guy walks the talk. The reason why he's tied his presidential campaign to this strike is because he can recognize a change is happening in the country. There's a shift in how people feel about each other, about how we feel about each other, about the fact that you don't have to go to college necessarily to be able to be a person who helps to run the country. You can be a working person just like the rest of us. We're no different. We have just as big a head as somebody who owns a corporation. I am going to wrap it up. But we got the same brains as anybody else, because without our brain and muscle, not a single wheel would turn. We need to remember that. Without our brain and muscle, not a single wheel would turn. Solidarity forever. Not a single wheel would turn without our brain and muscle. We need to remember that, sisters and brothers. A new day is coming. We can feel it. You know it's coming. Just grab the power and just keep moving forward. No steps back. Just move forward. no steps back, just move forward. No steps back, just move forward. No steps back, just move forward. Solidarity, brothers and sisters. Thank you.
Hey, we would like to get a group picture in front of Wabtec with everybody.
All right. So line up here
BC,
with the
get
company
back.
behind
BC,
you.
fight back.
Over here,
BC, get back.
We say fight back.
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 Solidarity forever. Forever. Solidarity.
It's a